'em. My name na Manga, na one for make 'em, one for make 'em, one for make 'em. My name na Manga, beg no forget 'em. I must make 'em, I must make 'em. My name na Manga, na care for make 'em, I care for make 'em, care for make 'em. My name na Manga, beg no forget 'em. Sky is the limit, and I want for touch 'em. Girls going crazy na Manga because I'm starting from the bottom.
Willie Kumba, Sambani Nyabasen Akumbai.
Jitinyo Bakumba, Nicha Bonkulu.
Bavono, Berenga Cape Town.
Abefu Cape Town.
But Cherry Cape Town. No, Nangake.
Elela Bamu, Mbwa Cameroon. Elela Bamu, Vanawakwi. Elela Bamu, Mbwa Yakumba. Ne Kominyoraje, Elela Bamu.
Wachima Kumba, Cape Town.
Ejere, Cape Town.
Cape Town, Anintia.
Lematsu Cape Town.
Nakona, Nagajia, Matane Kumba Duka.
Good morning and welcome to Good Morning Cape Town, your breakfast show on KCBS TV. My name is Christy Ijan. What better way to start your day than tuning in to the best source of inspiration? First things first, our thought of the day. Whenever you find yourself on the side of the majority, it's time to reform or pause and reflect. Thank you for joining us today. Let's have a break. When we come back, we're going to welcome Eswa Julius with something new. Stay tuned to Good Morning Cape Town.
My friends, one in a million.
I don't talk to checks, say I didn't play my baby. I said me, I go carry you and go like a baby. We both know what's saying I'm before you, my baby. Follow me, if not road you define, no baby. It's not me, nanga, for bona baby. Show, sweetie, carry you go, see mommy, mama, hey. Oh, you go buy me aeroplane, oh, hey. Carry me go for overseas, oh, hey. To begin, now you go give me, oh, hey. Everywhere you turn, you go see me, oh, hey.
My car, change your life, my car. Njagala nkolenga kepusiro sitamina superpower sikometa sigamita nakulaba distance tokotanga ambulance headikezo papa so nice my beautiful baby is so nice. Oh mama mia I wanna let you know I'll never let you down. I love you so. Oh mama yeah. Siraba ngenda kufuna tambula tulaba my baby njagala okufuna nenkula gogenda telaba akusomeko mu bitabo magazine and newspaper.
You go buy me aeroplane, oh, hey. Carry me go for overseas, oh, hey. To begin, now you go give me, oh, hey. Everywhere you turn, you go see me, oh, hey.
My car, change your life, my car.
My car, to do need it, baby, I can.
So chill, baby.
Welcome back to Good Morning Cape Town. We are straight out of Cape Town. Now let's welcome Eswa Julius with something new. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Christy.
So how are you doing today?
I'm okay. What's it like doing the show?
Okay. So what are we learning this morning?
Well, so we're going to look into a certain myth and allegation which to go out there to see how far that is true. Have you ever heard that lawyers are buried face down? Yeah.
I think so. I've heard that, but I don't know if it's true or
I
not.
don't know why.
Yeah.
So I did some research as to why lawyers are buried upside down.
Is it actually true?
I did some research on that.
Okay.
And some reasons were advanced.
Okay.
That first of all, the lawyers tell so much lies that they will never see God. So they put it upstairs and say, well, you are finished because you told too much lies. And secondly, the other reason is that lawyers are ashamed of the life they live. They're even afraid to look at the world they live because they disappointed so many people. Do you know you can kill somebody and go free if you have a good lawyer in court?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, and they will turn it to manslaughter, to an accident, to battery before they say, well, you have been sentenced to time served, whatever. So I did research. But it turned out that lawyers are not buried by the government.
Okay.
They are buried by their families. So why should a family member bury the person upside down? How is that possible?
All right.
So it turned out that they are just also positions. It's not true.
It's not true.
Yeah, nobody buried anybody. It was just a legend that lawyers are buried upside down because they tell too much lies. So they weren't buried like normal people. But again, who buries a lawyer is a family. And many people say they have been to places where many lawyers have been buried. I've never seen anyone being buried upside down or face down, as they call it. So these are all just rumors.
That reminds me of a story. My mom told me one time that a man impregnated his daughter, and then they took him to court. And then in the court, the lawyer brought a calabash, and then he hit the calabash and broke it. And then he told the judge that this calabash belongs to me. If I break this calabash, who is to be blamed? It is my calabash, so I have the right to break it, and nobody's going to be held responsible for it. So, and then he won the case. So at the end of the day, I understand what you're trying to say, that lawyers can defend a guilty person. And
first of all, you have to understand that lawyers are business people. They're business people, and they're in the business of defending their clients. So if you have a case, you meet the lawyer and say, serve me, he goes to court. Don't forget that the judge goes by sentencing guidelines. If the lawyer can defend you very well, say, according to this section, if a man kills somebody, the message is an error, or he did not even kill a person. There's a saying that the killer is not the one who pulls the trigger. You know what I'm saying? The killer is not the one who pulls the trigger. Sometimes you say, well, he was manipulated, it was not his right frame of mind, it was mental.
Acting as a self-defense.
Good, and somebody, a murderer will go scot-free. So for this reason, they say, well, lawyers are very bad people, they shouldn't be buried normal. But actually, no lawyers are buried upside down.
Okay, that's good. That's good to hear.
If you heard that, just know it's all rumors.
Okay. All right, thank you very much. That was really fascinating, very interesting this morning.
Always my pleasure being here.
All right. All right, let's take a break. When we come back, we're going to welcome our first guest. Stay tuned to Good Morning K-Town.
L'élan de paix, la patrie d'abord et la tribu après. Chaque Camerounais devait se reconnaître à travers un autre Camerounais. Philippe Miloko, the son of God.
Cameroun, mon beau pays. Cameroun, tu es béni. Enterrons le tribalisme, condamnons les tribalistes. Cameroun,
we need love, we need peace, we need love. Oh, Cameroun, Luminac en avant. Je pleure beaucoup, je prie beaucoup que mon pays soit tranquille. Je pleure beaucoup, je prie beaucoup que mon pays soit tranquille. Pas de guerre, pas de souffrance, pas de guerre dans mon pays. Pas de guerre, pas de souffrance, pas de guerre dans mon pays. L'heure est au rassemblement et le vivre ensemble, partir ensemble, notre belle patrie, mon Cameroun. Tu ne couleras pas, tu ne tomberas pas. Au Bosso. We need love, we need peace, we need love. Oh on your hand. We are together. We need peace. We need love. One Cameroon, one heart. Aïe Camerounais, je ne vais pas t'abandonner. Aïe mon pays, Nasima Wele Atimbewae. Aïe Camerounais, we no go divide. Mon pays le Camerounais, oh. Vivons ensemble. Wame bonongo Cameroun. Wame bonongo mobie Cameroun. We no go divide.
Welcome back to Good Morning K-Town, your breakfast show on KCBS TV. Let's welcome our next guest. He is the founder of Calvary Transparent Humanitarian Mission. He is Armstrong Mbachan. Hello, good morning. Welcome to Good Morning K-Town.
Thank you, Christy. It's my pleasure being here today.
So we have heard all about the good things that you've been doing, your organization has been doing in the city of Kumba and its environs. And so we thought, why not come on Good Morning K-Town and tell us all about it. But let's begin by learning why you decided to start up your Calvary Transparent Humanitarian Mission.
You know, the gospel in Africa is a type that people always run for help. They don't want to help anybody.
Okay.
For instance, even our African government, they always go to borrow, but they refuse to lend to anybody. So, being an aspired theologian, having studied a bit, I discovered that this aspect is lacking in our society.
Okay.
So I decided to ask God for that grace to go towards helping the needy and taking care of those displaced in the midst of our crisis going on in our beloved nation.
All right, that's great. So what are the objectives of your organization?
As you know, there is the crisis is ongoing. A lot of vulnerable people are being escalated on a daily basis on the street.
Okay.
Some are displaced in the forest. We have orphans that we're supposed to see into their need. Some we have to give them scholarship to learn a trade or go to school. So some just need some basic needs, such as providing on their day-to-day activities. So the objectives are many. I may not have the time to explain.
Okay. All right. So what do you actually do in order to achieve these objectives? What are the things that you do with your organization to meet these objectives?
You mean like raising the means? Raising the funds?
What does your organization do to support those in the bushes and all the other vulnerable people?
What the organization does is that it creates its funds using the free will donation of the public. Just like I was saying, the African gospel has not gotten the revelation of helping themselves. So we try to enlighten the people that it is important for you to learn how to help your own in order not to be so dependent on the foreign aid.
All right, so you rely on donations from people. So how do you get these donations from people?
At times we use media organs like this. We release our lines. They call us. Some momo us without even seeing us. And some come and meet us and we sit down and we talk. They bring in material things and financial support for us to do so.
All right, so you travel to the bushes, your organization travels to all the bushes to meet people who are out there and help them. So how do you ensure your security? We are living in a crisis period and there are a lot of insecurity. So how do you ensure that you don't come across any difficult challenges that might put your life at risk?
I wish I could agree to you that I'm the one in charge of my security. But it's God who secures me everywhere I go. Because even our ministers who move in armor cars, they are still being killed on the road. So I cannot say that I'm in charge of my security. So it's just by the grace of God that we do what we are doing and being secured.
All right, so tell us some of the places that you have visited, some of the bushes that you've been to, and the things that you probably gave to them to support them.
Okay, by the grace of God, when they just burned the area of Minyenge, we went there with dresses in the forest where they stay. We went there with dresses, pat, savon, rice, Maggi, all those stuffs just to assist them at that moment. We have been in a place called Mungondo, somewhere in Buchi subdivision.
Okay.
We have been there are many places, but recently I'm just coming from Baribo to do such, and while there in Baribo I had to come back with a girl, a 16-year-old girl that is so vulnerable, living with about a grandmom of 70 years, and she is so vulnerable. I had to take that girl along. As I speak now, she's with me. Those are some of the things that our organization does, just to see and meet people that are dying in it. So we have been in many places.
All right. So are you currently planning, I know you just came back from Batibo, but are you planning a trip in the days ahead?
Of course. We are currently packing our bags now to go into the forest, but one thing is that we don't usually disclose where we are going
location.
To until we are back.
All right. Okay.
For security reasons.
Okay, that's
so
good.
we are planning a trip to go somewhere next weekend.
Okay. So if someone is watching and they really love what you're doing and they would like to support you, how can they get to you?
My telephone numbers are open all the time. You can get to me on 6700548892.
Okay.
6700548892. You can WhatsApp, you can text, you can call through those numbers, or you come to Calvary Go News Radio, somewhere opposite Mondia Travel Agency in the city of Kumba.
Okay. So you've been to the bushes and you know very well what these people need. So if people want to support, what are the kind of things that you expect that people should support you with?
One of the things that I'm going to point that is so important based on my observation is that I will say in the city for a lady to use diapers, that one is luxury. But for a lady to use diapers in the bushes, that one is a clear need. It's a very necessary.
It is actually called pad, not diapers.
No, diapers, the one that they use for little children.
Oh, diapers for children.
Yes, for children.
I was confused.
Yes, no, I mean what I was saying.
Okay.
That one is a clear need for those newborn babies that are into the bushes. Yes.
Okay.
Also, the earlier mentioned pads.
Okay.
They are important for the young girls also. We have mosquito net that we are needing to do so. We have also dresses, at times savon. Rice, so are mostly concerned of their hygienic status.
Okay.
Not really too much of food.
Okay. All right. So pad for women.
Diapers for
children. Oh, okay.
Savon. You can complement it with Maggi and the rest.
Okay, for food.
Yeah,
all right.
Food.
Wow. Thank you. Do you have social media handles that people can follow your work and all that?
Yeah, I have a page on the Facebook. Calvary Transparent Gospel City. Transparent Gospel City on Facebook.
Calvary Transparent Gospel. All right, thank you so much, Armstrong, and we want to wish you all the best in all the work that you've been doing. It's good. It's really good work, especially during this time of crisis. So we are so grateful that you found out time to come and talk to us, and hopefully when you come back from your trip, you come and tell us how everything went.
It will be my pleasure.
All right, thank you very much.
God bless you.
Okay. Now let's have a break. When we come back, we're going to welcome our next guest from Open Field. Stay tuned to Good Morning K-Town.
Alphabet Records. Big Joe on the beats.
Plus sings.
Okay.
Mr. Joe. 30 day time shot, but I go talk and more. Oh my God, I'm begging you, make you forgive and more. If you ask me today, say waiting be the truth of the matter. I know, no. Me I just duplicate waiting my eyes see you, but I know, no. T'avais beaucoup d'ego, aujourd'hui t'es foiré. Beaucoup d'ego, aujourd'hui est en lave. Petit comme ado, partout dans le quartier. Papa Pharaon, aujourd'hui t'es foiré, mais qu'est-ce qui n'a pas marché? Qu'est-ce qui n'a pas marché? t'appelait la reine. Un bon coup de main, mais aujourd'hui y a rien. On te dit cherche l'amour, toi tu cherches les dos. T'as connu le vrai mais tu préfères le faux. La femme est une fleur qui éclore le matin mais le soir va finir par faner. T'as eu beaucoup de mecs qui aujourd'hui t'ont largué. Tu visais là-haut mais aujourd'hui t'es tombé. On t'a brûlé la go, la tata du quartier. Mais aujourd'hui t'es fini. Fauché, qu'est-ce qui n'a pas marché? Qu'est-ce qui n'a pas marché? Ok. Qu'est-ce qui n'a pas marché? Qu'est-ce qui n'a pas marché?
Ask ya. Boys nowadays, them think them too smart. They show you love, them show you big cars, show you big house, show you big cars. But you know, I just flash. Follow them, I come with the money. See them girl, them I follow like a honey. And when the money finish, you go see them running. I leave you with the baby. L'aujourd'hui de ton mariage, personne n'a respiré. Voici quelques mois, vous voilà vous bagarrer. Partout dans les bars, partout dans le quartier. Voilà maintenant, vous voilà divorcé. Et qu'est-ce qui n'a pas marché? Qu'est-ce qui n'a pas marché?
Welcome back to Good Morning K-Town, your breakfast show on KCBS TV. Our next guests are from Open Field. Let's welcome Mr. Peter Ngwane. He is co-founder of Open Field and country director for Open Field Cameroon. And Ngoe Lobe Wallis, he is sports coordinator for Open Field Cameroon. Good morning.
Good morning, Christy. It's a delight to be here with you this morning.
You're very welcome.
Thank you.
We're happy to have you here.
The pleasure is all ours.
All right. So let's begin by learning a little bit more about Open Field.
Open Field, it's a sports for development organization.
Okay.
That was co-founded with one of my American friends, Justin Fozano, who happened to have been in Cameroon for an ethos program.
Okay.
And when we met, we all had that passion for the game of football.
All right.
And in our daily interactions, we felt that we could carry this passion to another level. And on that, we were able to have, born the idea of creating an organization with the objective of leveraging football as a sustainable platform for youth development.
Wow.
Open Field came out of that nest.
That's wonderful.
And the organization has been surviving now.
For 10 years?
10 years running.
That's wonderful.
Yeah.
That's wonderful. All right, so you're organizing a tournament this summer for boys. And so tell us, why was there a need for a tournament?
We're organizing the U17 tournament, the Median edition, at a time where we know we have been faced with a lot of negative crisis. First of all, the ongoing polemics within the Northwest and the Southwest, and worsened by the COVID-19.
Definitely.
We felt that it was time for us to reignite this feeling among youths, for them to physically, develop not only in their playing style, but in their mental mind, restructuring them. And the reason we felt that we could bring in this tournament within the long summer holidays to get the youths more engaged as actors for driving forward peace and helping to curb the spread of COVID within the society.
Wow, that's excellent. So, Mr. Wallace, what are the modalities for this tournament?
Yes, the modalities are just you have to register the sum of 10,000 francs, and you prepare your team, 22 players. So there will be a day that people will move around. You come with your team for screening on that day. So that's just it. Then from there we issue licenses, 15 free licenses for the teams that have registered.
Okay, so is there a deadline for registration, and when exactly will the tournament kick off?
Yes, the deadline for registration is on the 5th
of June.
And the kickoff is on the 20th of June.
Okay. All right. So which fields will you be using?
Will be based on the teams, because initially if we have 5 teams from Fiango, which for now we have 4 teams from Fiango and 4 teams down this way. So if you have 5 teams from Fiango, that means we'll use 1 field in Fiango and 1 field in town here, so that the teams who are coming from this side will play here and the teams who are coming from Fiango.
That's good. So how many teams have registered so far, and how many are you expecting?
Yeah, for now we have 8 teams.
Okay.
So we'll have just 2 more space left.
Okay. Will this be just for this summer, or you intend to do it next summer and the next summer?
I think based on the needs that we have at the level of the community, we always want to come up with programs like this to get youths more engaged, especially during the summer holidays, where we think we have to take them off the streets from negative thoughts and negative actions to become creative actors, both on and off the pitch, in engaging them in games of football. We have a very specific model in the manner in which we run our football games, which is what we call the +7 model, which has 3 components: the physical components, the educative components, and the components where we train youths to become good leaders within the community. And I think based on this, it is a specific model which we think has a specific role to play in helping youth develop positively within the community.
So I know Opofi, you always work with women and as well as boys, and so do you have any activities to engage women as well?
Yeah, we do have activities for the young ladies. We are now planning to carry on a social entrepreneurial development program for the young ladies. That's why we have not engaged them within the sporting activities.
All right, that's good. So at the end of the tournament, do you have any prizes to motivate the
we have
teams?
Cash prizes and material prizes. Wow. This tournament, we have a cash prize of 300,000 francs, and then we'll have respective individual prizes from football gears to balls, to jerseys, to boots, that we give out to the young participants that will take part in the tournament.
Okay. So do you have what is your message this morning to all the players and the teams that will be taking part in this tournament?
Our message to the players and the teams that want to take part in this tournament is for them to uphold the value of open field, and we have our values: be a team player, respect one another, fair play, which are all the aspects that we're expecting these youths to imbibe during this period of the tournament and uphold within the communities where they live.
All right. Wow. So how do you plan? Do you have any, in terms of like the well-being of the players, what do you have on the field? What do you have set up?
In terms of the well-being of the players, the first thing which Wallace mentioned a few minutes, is that we are going to carry out effective screening. If it's U17, it is U17, such that the physical strength of the players are matched equally on equal basis. Secondly, we are putting in place a medical team in case there any eventuality on the pitch. We can have immediate intervention. And also we have our team of workers, in the office, who are going to be supportive throughout the tournament to see that the tournament runs hitch-free.
All right. Wow. So thank you very much. It's been nice learning all about your tournament, and I wish you all the best. And hopefully next summer we'll be here talking about the next edition.
Definitely. Thank you, Christy. We are glad that you had us on the program this morning.
All right. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
The pleasure is all ours.
Okay. Let's have a break. When we come back, we're going to have early captions with Eswa Julius. Stay tuned to Good Morning K-Town.
Bile sama mo wape, bile atimiwa, bile sama atimiwa. Oyo, bile atimiwa, bile sama manawa, bile atimiwa. Msombo bukake gensiye.
Now the way you the waka, oh na 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 na. Mommy show me the matter, oh na 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 na. Every time I go follow you, baby. Every time I go follow you, baby. Belinda, you know I go love you forever. You know we go be together. You know I go love you forever. Belinda, you know I go love you forever. You know we go be together. You know I go love you forever. Do anything for you, I give you the banana. Everything for you, mommy no be palava. It's what you do, baby. It's what I do for you. And you know you are the one for me. I want to be the only one for you. My baby, oh baby, my baby, oh. My baby, oh baby, my baby, oh. Belinda, you know I go love you forever. You know we go be together. You know I go love you forever. Belinda, you know I go love you forever. You know we go be together. You know I go love you forever. Depuis que je suis là, depuis que je suis là, chérie je ne peux pas. Chérie, je ne peux pas. Belinda, ma Belinda, Belinda, oh, my Belinda. Money, if you like, you could take her. Baby girl, I do wonder how I dare your veranda. Money, if you like, you could take her. Baby girl, I do wonder how I dare your veranda, yeah. Belinda, you know I go love you forever. You know we go be together. You know I go love you forever. Belinda, you know I go love you forever. You know we go be together. You know I go love you forever. Now the way you the waka, oh na 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 na. Mommy show me the matter, oh na 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 na. Every time I go follow you, baby. Every time I go follow you, baby. Belinda, you know I go love you forever. You know we go be together. You know I go love you forever. Belinda, you know I go love you forever. You know we go be together. You know I go love you forever. Love you forever, oh. You know we go be together, yeah. Empire, Nadaba, oh, need.
Yeah, man. Yeah, me come with me love from hometown. Yeah, Rastafari, never leave my paper for sure. This boy at me hometown. Me just wanna show some love. Some love. Some love. My most precious thing. Yeah, man. Yeah, me come with me love from hometown. Yeah, Rastafari, never leave my paper for sure. This boy at me hometown. Me just wanna show some love. Some love. Some love. My most precious thing.
Good morning. You are watching KCBS TV, the Kumasi Broadcasting Service. This is Early Captions, a press view slot on GMK to Good Morning K-Town. You're welcome. Today I'm joined by the news editor of Calvary Go News Radio. Is Mr. If I should use the word Mr. Blessed Johnson. But you're welcome to KCBS TV.
Okay, thank you, Julius. I'm laughing because, you know, And when it comes to journalism, we do not use Mr. You know, when you call me Mr., somebody say
extra respect.
Yes, although it is respect, as they say, somebody will say, thank you. I'm glad to be here today for us to see what the papers have for us.
Today we are going to look into 3 papers: the Guardian Post, the Post, and the Horizon. In the Guardian Post, it says Northwest Regional Assembly budgetary session runs into storm.
Yes, actually, you know, there have been a lot of criticism since the regional councils were put in place. And, you know, it looks like Cameroon is that kind of country where they believe on criticism before they do something. You know, before now, they have existed in office for more than 5 months. Not until when the Vice President of the Regional Assembly for the Southwest region, Chief Dr. Ateme Bako, who is the President of the Southwest House of Chiefs, came out to castigate, to lambast, and decry the way they are being treated. Then, few weeks after, we started getting how the West region is calling for the first ever regional assembly. We had the Northwest and the Southwest. Now, if the Guardian Post says stormy, now one thing we should note is that Cameroon, it looks like people just like to be identified, or people to see them that they too were out there to say something. Because if the paper says it was stormy, and then something was stormy, and finally you succumb to the same thing that you were arguing, what is the sense about it? Because some of the councillors were arguing, you know, they are from the same party, the CPDM. They were arguing this thing is not right, this thing is not right, and what they were arguing for, nothing was adjusted or corrected. But finally they adopted the budget.
So it was just to seek public attention.
So who is fooling who? It's just to seek public attention, like I said, to be noticed. What we used to call in quote, notice me. So you see, so I don't really see how stormy it was.
When at the end of all signed.
All signed, the same thing.
And collect their transport.
And collect their transport or their sitting allowance. Let me tell you something. Before now, I will not cite names. When the regional council was put in place, one of the councillors in our area, one of the councillors around, when they were asking them, he made it very clear that I am going to the regional council to enjoy what I have lost over the years. That I have been politicking with this party, and this is my own time to enjoy. So when you begin to see like that, if that kind of person goes there and begin to argue, and finally he signs his petition, so what do you expect? Are they there to defend the people? So that's the problem. I think it was just a charade.
So if you want to know more of that story, you can get a copy of the Guardian Post. Let's see what the Post says. The Post said Human Rights Group is asking for the immediate release of Seseko's lawyer was arrested.
Yes, you know, a few days ago, that was on Monday, Barrister Amungwa Tanyi Nicodemus, that is his name. He is the spokesperson of the lawyers defending the what we call Naira 10. That's the jailed Ambazonian leaders led by Seseko Ayoktabe Julius from Naira 10. And on Monday, he was arrested and taken to cell. But according to sources, some people were still wondering what was his crime. But according to other sources where I read somewhere, they say he is collaborating with separatists. It is alleged that he is collaborating with separatists. Now remember that Julius, this same lawyer, was in 2020 in Yaoundé, rough-handled by 2 gendarmes on the street, and he spent days in the hospital, and nothing happened to those gendarmes who handled him, who rough-handled him. And finally, he has been arrested. According to some political analysts and members of the civil society, they say the government is making matters worse. Because if a government can go ahead and arrest the lawyer of people who are agitating in the Northwest and Southwest region, now are you making the matter, are you trying to solve the problem or making things worse? So according to these political analysts and members of the civil society, they say the government is not helping matters. So if the right group is calling for the release of Barrister Amungwa Nicodemus Tanyi, they are right, because you are not helping things. Because arresting him will complicate matters. Maybe he has brothers somewhere, they will go and join the non-state armed group. They continue to pursue what they are after. So I think there is, as a government of wisdom, there are times that wisdom is needed in handling issues.
I know.
All issues is not by force. You must not always use force all the time to solve math problems.
We hope somebody is listening.
Somewhere.
Yes,
We hope that if they listen, because listening is one thing, implementing what you are saying is another thing.
Okay. Also, in the post, they say the Bui population is lamenting over the banning of unauthorized motorbikes.
You know, before now, according to statistics, the coming of what we call in quote the motorbike or bensikin, as we call in Cameroon popularly, coming has provided a lot of jobs to Cameroonians.
Okay.
Now, if you and SDO go about banning motorbikes, say they should not ply the street or the road until they are authorized, you only select those who have been authorized. You are not helping matters. Do you know how many thousand people are fed from these motorbikes? Now, if you go and ban it, just a bike rider has about 10 people he's fit with that bike. Now just calculate, if we have 1,000 or 800 bikes, how many family have you punished?
Yeah, but that is one aspect, that's one side of the coin. Also,
Coin.
if the authority is supposed to bind it, I mean,
Yeah.
because most of these bikes don't have documents, so you can't allow it because of...
We are coming to
Okay.
that. You know, and again, if we see the authorities banning this bike in the other hand, it's because of what they term insecurity.
Okay.
Because some people, criminals, are now using these bikes to commit atrocities. So you see, the authorities are forced to take such decisions. But we should always look at the other side of the coin. You know, in a coin you have two sides. So when you look at the other side,
So
you
who
look at the other-
authorizes the bike? Who authorizes the bike? Is it the ASO? Or I thought, I would have believed that for a bike to circulate, you must make your documents. That makes you authorized. Is that...
Yes, you must have your documents.
So,
But even if you have these documents, somebody can still come and use a bike that has been authorized and still commit atrocities.
my understanding of this issue is that they have to know who is riding what bike. Maybe that's what it means, because they're supposed to be identified, have numbers, so you can know that bike number this belongs to this person. That's what I think.
Yes, it
I
is
really
true.
understand. This is how
But do we do that? There was a time our own city council here tried that, the Kumba city, that these guys were putting on the yellow jacket to identify. At times you see behind the written number maybe 210. It shows that you who is riding that bike, you are bike 210. Now let me ask you, Julius, if you now what we should call in quote a sekuman.
I understand.
Yeah, somebody, maybe I have a bike registered 210, and then Julius is in need, say, well, give me this bike, let me ride for this week, and I give you that bike and you take it and commit atrocities. And not only that, it may not be only the bike rider themselves. For example, you can have your bike and these hoodlums, they cut you so and seize the bike and carry out the atrocities.
And they do that a lot here.
And they do that. I've known of a situation where somebody had his bike and the bike was seized from him, used the bike, go and commit atrocities, the hoodlums, and they bring it back to the person, and after investigation, this person was arrested, whereas he was not the one who committed the atrocities with the bike. So I think that there is a lot, if we really want to regulate the bike sector in Cameroon, there is a lot. But if you see the population they are crying about, it is because this bike is helping them. There are areas where vehicles cannot go.
Yeah, but apart from that, let's be careful. I think the government got himself into this by initially authorizing the bikes without having them regulated.
Yeah.
Because people have bikes that have no license, those bikes have no insurance.
Some of them even don't even have ID cards.
ID card, and they allow them because they give each checkpoint, you just come and give you 500
francs.
So now
the thing is that we are going back.
So the family serving this now.
The police people are helping matters. Let's speak the truth.
Yeah,
because I was in a bike going to one of the village areas, and the bike man just said, he mentioned a name, said, "Nami Django. I have registered there already." And the policeman said, "Okay, Django, go."
Like if you enter this bus, these cars that ply the Kumbaboya road, when they come to the church, you just say, and number 411 that
have paid.
My number is there. Check for that one.
So you see that the officers who are on checkpoint, they are not constituting any document.
They are making their money.
They are making their money. They are interested in money. Even if you carry weapons, you carry what you have. That's not their problem. If you can settle control.
Yeah, which is very bad.
Which is bad. And today we are talking of insecurity.
I think we should go back to the drawing board and see exactly where we went wrong.
Yeah.
Let's go to the Horizon newspaper. Oh, they say that I didn't know this country was that rich, Mr. Blessed. They say Cameroon is going to build the world's third tallest monument. Not America, not Britain, not Germany, not Russia with all the money. Cameroon is going to build the world's the world's third tallest monument, the Mother of Humanity, in Kribi.
Now you see, this the kind of people are complaining. It looks like Cameroonians have been taken for fools. We are talking of building or hosting the third tallest monument in the world.
Yeah.
Not even in Africa or in Central Africa.
Which means it's going to be I think Brazil has one of the tallest with the statue of Jesus Christ, the Holy Mary, the tallest. And which the second should be, is it, I forgot it.
Now let's even forget, is that the priority of Cameroonians?
There is no light now.
There's no light as we speak. The
epileptic
nature of electricity.
We have a standby gen will not be on air.
The epileptic nature of electricity in the country. Because what beat my imagination is during the dry season, there's a problem of electricity.
There's no water.
During the rainy season, there's a problem of electricity.
Maybe too much water at that time.
Maybe too much water has caused the electricity not to be. So I begin to wonder, where are we going to?
Why didn't they say Cameroon wants to build the world's third largest power dam? That would be wonderful.
Wonderful. Do we even have, now let me can do we even have roads in Cameroon?
The world's, they would have said that to be the world's
best road, flyover road in Cameroon.
Talk about
that would have been better. Statue. What are we doing?
I know how much more is going to be disbursed for that statue.
Is that
the
our
statue is made
priority?
of metal, concrete, beton, cement. I know, and someone will get that contract.
In a project that somebody will buy a concrete for 9,000, and he will say that concrete one of the rod.
Yeah.
Let me say a rod for 9,000. The person will tell that rod will cost 150,000 for one.
And they manage about 4,000 of such rods.
Your such rods. So you can imagine the height of embezzlement in the country. Now let's look at it. We have bad roads. Recently, the Bamenda Babaji road is a nightmare. The Kumba, Ekondo Titi road is a problem. Why can't we use this money to invest on our roads? You go to other parts of the other 8 regions in the country. Roads, farm to market road is a big headache. You see the other roads, there's a problem. Now the question is, I'm asking is, what are we doing with the monument where we have other needs? There are hospitals. Now you see some of these are for our ministers. When they are sick, they fly abroad for hospital. Why can't we use that and put a standard hospital in Cameroon so that if a minister or a president or whosoever is sick, you go to that hospital?
That's what I still don't understand. Why can't you have a system where such a facility, even you have to import the experts who work there, but build it here?
Build it here. But you see, we have a minister who go to Switzerland, the president to Switzerland for checkup in the hospital, and we are talking about building a monument. Is that our priority?
And to build a monument, you know what that takes? Takes a lot of. First of all, just the feasibility study will cost millions.
Because about the site.
Experts will come to analyze, to study the site. Maybe go and study the soil. If the soil can sustain that weight.
Maybe there's somewhere that is to be destroyed. Reparation will have to be paid.
Of course, just to build a monument.
Yeah. Or indemnity have to be paid to the people. Now we don't have good hospitals. We don't have good roads. We are talking about only. What about water supply? To Cameroon have potable water, but we have surrounded by rivers everywhere, but we have problem. Electricity.
We would have built the world's biggest salination plant to salinate this water people can drink.
Yes.
We have a lot of water in Cameroon. Yeah, people don't have water to drink.
There was a time in Kumba there at Mbongero, we'll go for 2 days without water. We are talking about monument. Maybe we have Cameroon is looking for what I call misplaced priorities.
Yeah,
it's a misplaced priority.
Boya is a regional capital. Sometimes there's no water in the hospital.
Boya go at times for a week without water.
And that is regional capital.
That's regional capital.
It's wonderful. Let's hope that somebody is listening somewhere.
Somewhere. No, like I said earlier, the problem is not to listen.
I'm listening is the sense of trying to do something. Or feeling for that. People should feel for that people.
Yeah, what we need is action. The thing is that when you
our officials don't feel for the people in this country. When you take money to build a monument, how does that help?
How does that help?
I still don't understand.
The issue is, the problem is that it's a misplaced priority. That's how I see it.
And people are already fighting for the contracts.
Contracts already. So you see, I think the officials out there we are talking, we criticize positively for them to do something in order, because when you are in power, when you are somewhere in position of authority, it's for you to become a savior and you're working for your people, the population.
See what happened with the COVID-19 money.
Money.
Who became rich overnight.
Now we have what we call COVID-19 gate.
The COVID gate.
Ministers, COVID gate. People are now passing in front of the Special Criminal Court to be cross-examined.
For using money that is supposed to be meant for the people.
And the Minister of Communication came out to say, no, these people are not guilty, just to ensure transparency. So, that's why somebody says it's a comedy nation.
Blessed Johnson Bull, host of Tory Time, Opinion Time.
Yeah,
I know for your program, you've never invited me, but I love
yes.
It was an honor having you on KCBS TV Early Captions.
Yeah, thank you. I'm glad to be a guest on this program.
Fellow viewers, that is what we had today for Early Captions. It was nice you were watching. Please stay glued to KCBS. Good morning, K-Town continues. Bye-bye.
We know for Jabu for Butman, we know for.
From sinking sands, he lifted me with tender hands. He lifted me. Oh, praise his name. He lifted me.
Welcome back to Good Morning K-Town, your breakfast show on KCBS TV. Our next guest is an imam. He is Ustaz Yaji Chiroma Abdullah. Hello, good morning. Welcome to Good Morning K-Town.
Thank you very much, madam. I'm happy to be here, inshallah.
Oh, okay. So we are so excited to have you. You are our first Muslim guest, I think, on Good Morning K-Town, and we are very excited to learn all about the educative program that you'll be starting here on KCBS. So why is there a need, before we get into the details of the program, why is there a need for an educative program?
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم وبعد. Alhamdulillah, it is very important to have an educative program because with life, without education, there is no success in life.
Absolutely.
So especially in Islam, the first thing to be done is knowledge.
Okay.
So that is why we have to struggle and see how we can sensitize and educate the population, the Muslims and the non-Muslim out there, inshallah.
Okay. So will this program be only for Muslims or non-Muslims as well?
Automatically, the program is not just for Muslims.
Okay.
It is for everybody. Because Islam is not just for some particular persons. Islam is for mankind in general. So it is a program for the public at large in Kumba especially and out of Kumba, inshallah.
Okay. So tell us, give us details about the kind of things that you will be talking about in this program.
Inshallah, we shall be talking about many things concerning Islam, especially what is Islam, and some of the conceptions towards the Muslims to the non-Muslims and the non-Muslims to the Muslims. So we shall be educating the population concerning what is Islam by itself and who is a Muslim and how is a Muslim supposed to look like and how is he supposed to behave, he or she is supposed to behave in the society of the Muslims and the society of non-Muslims and the society of mixed Christian, and Muslims and the rest.
So what impact do you think that this program is going to have in terms of educating both Muslims and non-Muslims?
Inshallah, God willing, I believe I will first of all thank the station for giving us the opportunity, because I believe through this program the Muslims and the non-Muslims especially will have many benefits from this program. What is Islam? Who is a Muslim? What is the Quran? What is divorce? What is marriage? Who is those things which people will surely benefit. So I believe through this program we'll have success, inshallah.
Okay, so let's briefly talk about the school. You are also a teacher at the Anglo-Arabic school. A lot of people, I was very ignorant about the fact that there's an Anglo-Arabic school here in Kumba, because I have history. I went to an Anglo-Arabic school my first 3 years of primary school. And so tell us a little bit more about the school. When was it created and who do you admit in the school?
Okay, precisely concerning the school, for now I will not really maybe have the date of creation in mind, but it is among the oldest school in Kumba. Among the oldest primary schools. So we have nursery from the pre-nursery up to the class 6. And we are meeting the Muslims and the non-Muslims. And presently we have more than, I can say about more than 10 non-Muslim pupils in Islamic, the Anglo-Arabic Islamic school in Kumba. So we admit Muslims and non-Muslims, and just like the teachers, we recruit Muslim teachers and non-Muslim teachers.
Wow, that's excellent. That's good.
So we teach general education, and then most especially we have the benefit of the children learning Arabic, especially, which is not done in other schools. And then for the Muslim children, they also do their religious aspects in school, inshallah.
All right, that's great. So finally, what is your message? As you're about to be, this program will be airing on Friday. What is your message to those who will be waiting to watch this program?
So our message to our brothers and sisters out there is that we should endeavor to do our best to make sure we follow the program. And the program will be very educative.
All right.
And we are hoping that people will benefit, and if there is maybe any doubt, people will surely clarify their doubts. So we should use the opportunity, since we have this opportunity, that we have a TV station which has given us the opportunity to educate ourselves, Muslims and non-Muslims. We should use this opportunity to see how we can educate ourselves and to clear our doubts and the misconceptions concerning Islam.
All right. All right. So thank you very much. It was really exciting. I was really honored to have you here on the program this morning. And I wish you all the best in your program. And I will be tuning in every Friday to also educate myself.
Thank you very much.
All right.
I'm pleased to be here.
All right. All right. That's it. Let's take a break. When we come back, we're going to welcome Elizabeth Beliwa with Soul Talk. Stay tuned to Good Morning K-Town.
But I told them I was not responsible for the pregnancy, and they left peacefully, officer. So I don't see any problem. I don't see any problem with that.
Oh no!
Hold it! I say you hold it. Tell your father that there will be no peace in this house until he gets that son he is looking for with wives. Let them come. I'm ready. I'm ready. Stop.
I like it or not.
If you joke.
My husband.
Mom, please, just stop it. Please stop it.
I am not your mother.
Mom, please just tell me you are lying. Please.
Quoi ça? Mais c'est quelle histoire ça?
Kama be satisfied. Malo get it that she give mundaga, even if I get for fight. Mama fungin ki, mama fungalu, mama fungin shitunda. Mama gama te sunga matego, wagazara every day. Buma koma shi, mama sunga zara. Mama kanye, mama. You want for make me change my mind. I no go ever change my mind. Oh, there is something about you that I really like. There is something about you that I really like. Something about your style, the way you make me smile. Something about you. Something about you. Ta 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 da da. Ta 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 da da. Ta 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 da da. Mama gonna do something just to make you come again. Obeya domoga, obeya taga, obeya all in my life. Odiata singa tang, odiata singa tang, yeah. Odiata singa domoga, I can't want to be to share. Mama koma shi, mama zuna zara. Mama konye, mama.
Welcome back to Good Morning K-Town, your breakfast show on KCBS TV. We are straight out of K-Town. And now let's welcome Elizabeth Beliwa with Soul Talk. Hi, Eli. Good morning.
Good morning, Christy.
How are you doing today?
I'm not fine.
Why?
You know, it's first of I should say I'm grieved.
Okay.
You know, yesterday when I left, I was going home. So I was hungry, I wanted to eat something, and I bumped into this woman selling food. So I was eating with some other customers. Then all of a sudden, two little boys came And they were like saying that, oh, Mama, I'm very hungry, I'm very hungry, I'm very hungry. And the woman said, if you want me to give you food, come and wash all these dirty plates here before
Were
I'll
they
give
his
you
children?
food.
Were they
No,
children?
it was just like, I don't know, it's street children. You know, with this crisis now, children are displaced, and those children, I saw they were very hungry and very tired. And she told them that, wash this place before I give you food. You know, the last time I told you here that if you do good, that if you're doing good for somebody, expecting something back, it's not kindness, it's business.
Not kindness.
You know, I was very grieved with what she was doing, but I could not say anything. And when those children were done washing the plates,
they did wash the plates.
she brought pots. They washed the pots, and when they were eating, some of our customers came, and they were like, Ma, you're selling food to little children. She just said, no, it's my good heart, so you know I like helping people. I was very angry, but I didn't say anything. Now, when I went to pay her, I told her that, I said, Madam, in rendering kindness to people, you don't do anything in return. You do it because you see those people like yourself. It really got my attention, and I'm so happy that we had a humanitarian here. And I asked myself, what's the essence of helping people? You know, even there are times when I've seen people who bring dresses that they want to give to these IDPs, and you see torn dresses, you see dirty dresses, you see dresses that are not even folded. They just pack them in one dirty bag. And they give it to them that, oh, you people should take, and they go back and say, oh, I've helped so many people, God knows I'm kind. You're wicked.
People who are kind don't normally say that they are kind.
Yeah, that's it.
Kindness is when you give without expecting anything in return.
That is it. So we should, when you want to help somebody, what I know is when you want to help somebody, put yourself in that person's shoes. Imagine that those dresses were going to your children. I said those dresses were dirty, torn, and if you see the bag that they were put in, they were not even folded. It's like you want to go and throw something out there for Isakam to come and carry. They just packed. I'm like, this is not good.
Hopefully, we get out of this crisis and we will not need to have children who are on the streets begging. It's really heartbreaking to see.
Yeah, it's really, even not this crisis, even in our day-to-day life. Even if you want to help somebody, do it well. I've seen a place where a sister from church, like, oh, this person has blessed me with 1,000 francs. Christy, I went and I looked at the 1,000. It was 500 papers. They were all torn. I was so angry that Sunday. I said, who gave you this money? She said, it's a deacon in church. I said, are you serious? Torn money.
We can't help the way people behave and think, you know.
No, if you want to help somebody, help the person. If you don't help the person, tell the person that, no, I don't want to help you. And that's the end of the story.
Yeah. Unfortunately, people have different ways of thinking, but that's why we're here, to create this awareness and to always tell people that be careful. If you want to give with all your heart. Give something that it's important to you. Giving, you have to give something to somebody which is valuable. It should pain you. You're giving, be like, oh, this is my thing, it's very nice, but I have to give this thing to.
Like, go to the market, buy this beautiful dress and say, I'm giving you this thing. Not something that you have worn for 3 years and it's faded, the buttons are out, it's torn, and you say, oh, this dress like this, I want to give you.
All right, so that's great. So what are we talking about today? That's it.
That's what we're talking about.
Oh, okay, that's good. Okay, that's nice. That was a nice one. But I know you also have introduction, the body, and the conclusion.
No,
so today you're
that's
just
what we're
going
talking
to the
about.
body.
Yeah, today just because I slept angry, I woke up angry. The thing was just going through my mind.
No, it's important to spread kindness around the world. You know, they say kindness is contagious. Genuine kindness, not the kind of hypocritical one. Like, for instance, the one of that lady is kind of like, you're being a hypocrite. So that is just a kindness out of my heart. Oh my God! Seriously, those children have worked even more than that.
Those children have worked.
You have to, for that, the plates they have washed and the pots they have washed. Washing pots is very difficult for people who do not even know. It is more difficult to wash a pot than a plate. So for that pot, those children have to eat in that woman's place for the next 1 week.
The issue is, even those children had to wash those plates. Maybe she didn't have a helper. Give them food first. Let them have that energy. Let them eat and rest.
And then
you say, okay, what can you people help me to do? What can you people help me? I have 30 plates. We will be able. That time, those children are doing that thing with love. You know, there's a kindness that you render to somebody. No matter how long that kindness has been, that person will always remember that.
Yeah.
No, go to this person has helped me. That's the impact of kindness. Not telling somebody that if you go to that woman, she will give you food, but you have to wash.
What if the children pass out now? Because
in washing the plates. Yeah. That was my main fear.
And you know, children they never forget things. Just children, maybe that's the future minister of this country. And eventually the child will remember that lady and say, I came to your place to ask for food, and then you gave me many plates to wash and many pots to wash without food in my stomach. So it is important. That's very nice.
We know the crisis is out and people are helping others. My issue is help that person well.
Yeah, without expecting
without any expectations.
They don't have to wash your plate before you
don't bring somebody's child from the village and tell the person that no, take care of your child, and that child is selling. You know, I live beside the road and I see children by 11 p.m.
Yeah, it's
they
really
are out there selling. There was
days.
one time I called one child. You know what that child was selling? Bitter cola.
Yeah, a lot of them sell
by
bitter
11 p.m. I'm like, who do you want to sell to? That no, my aunt said I must finish this bitter cola before
people
I come
are drinking in the bars, they need bitter cola.
I'm like, really?
Wow. Elise, thank you very much. That was really a soul talk this morning. It touched my soul, and hopefully it has touched the souls of people out there. Maybe that lady is watching this program this morning and she's going to change. She's going to reform her life and her lifestyle. So thank you very much. We're going to end the program right now.
Okay.
Yeah. So thank you for being the conclusion this morning.
And my public figure page is out.
All right, I will go and follow you. Thank you very much. Okay, that's a wrap for today's edition of the program. I want to sincerely thank you for listening this morning and for watching. Many thanks to the producer of the program, Esther Julius Fosong. Thank you to our technician, Nembo Rodrigue, aka The Don. Jeff J, our cameraman. We are grateful for all the hard work you're doing behind the camera. We want to thank all those who follow us on Facebook and those who follow us on our YouTube channel, especially those out of the country in Dubai, England, Ireland, Canada, Denmark, Nigeria, Swaziland, South Korea, Germany, Japan, USA, Equatorial Guinea, and India. Many thanks to all those of you here in K-Town and in the country who are always there supporting KCBS TV. I have been Christy Ijang, and join us again tomorrow for another edition of the program. Until then, good morning, K-Town.
Willie Kumba, Sambani Nyabasen Akumbai.
Itinyo Bakumba, Nichabonkulu.
Bavono, Berenga K-Town.
Abefu K-Town.
Bacheri K-Town. No Nangake.
Elela Bamu, Mbwa Cameroon. Elela Bamu, Vanawa Wakwe. Elela Bamu, Mbwa Yakumba. Ne Kominyoraje, Elela Bamu.
Wachima Kumba, K-Town.
Ejere, K-Town.
K-Town, Anintia.
Lematsu K-Town.
Nakona, Nagajia, Matane Kumba Duka.